your birthday. I'm going to give you a
This is
break
going to be
today.
hilarious. This is going to be hilarious. Bill Keys Fantasy Football League. It's your man, Tony B, aka the Random Multi Broadcaster. I am joined by Fireman Richard the Morning Coffee, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 0600 a.m. on Rumble Studios. Rich, how you doing, sir?
Doing very fine, Tony, and also we both said this beforehand, but a happy birthday. This your birthday. Birthday was yesterday, but your birthday weekend, and both me and the missus wish you the very best on your birthday there.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I did see that. Michael George Bathurst is in the house with us. Hashtag shout MGB. What's up, Mike?
I just want in the future when you say that, you have to say it like this. You ready? Shout MGB, set your mind free, far beyond the worries of today. Can you think you can do that? What if I wrote it down for you?
Give me a minute.
Okay, go ahead.
Y'all are good. Gentlemen, recap from last week. Any thoughts Thursday night game? Go for it, please.
Oh man, do you want to go first, Rich, or do you want me to go? I just lost it. He's lost focal. I'll go.
Just real quick, I gotta. I thought it was a good game, evenly matched teams. I thought Pittsburgh was going to come out top, but it was a big surprise. Cleveland, a good win for Cleveland. I like seeing the football being played in the elements.
Oh, the snow was wicked.
Yeah, yeah.
It was wicked. It reminded me of the games I played when I played football. I played football in high school for a little bit.
Did you really?
Yeah, I was a running back. No
Nice.
joke. No joke. I was really fast and strong for my size.
Uh huh.
Um, if you gave me a seam, I was gone. I was gone. Like if there was nobody could catch me. If I got a step on you, I was fast.
Makes
That's
total
the one thing.
sense.
Yeah. Believe it or not, when I was in grade 8, I did an 800 that I held a record in Ontario for 17 years.
Good.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that.
Now, as good as I was, my sister was 10 times better. She
Oh,
was. She was. She was unbelievable. She held every record from, I think, the 400 to the 15. She was
nice.
crazy. She was one of those people that could convert oxygen very quickly and didn't tire. She was actually tested for it. And then as she got older, she became more womanly. You know what I mean? The body changed,
Yes,
and she
football.
never hit the times that she hit that when she was in grade 8.
Right.
So, and I guess that happens to a lot with women. Their body changes. And have you ever noticed body changes at all, Tony?
Every
Sorry.
day.
Yeah, good for you. And the weather. Now that we're back to the Steelers, um, the only thing that pissed me off, and it takes a lot to piss me off, was everybody was making excuses for the Steelers, but nobody was making any excuses for the Browns. And
Right.
nobody, it was like, oh, this is just a fluke. Guess what? They were on the same field,
Hmm.
throwing the same pigskin to one another. People were like, well, he couldn't get to Judy. He couldn't do it because he couldn't move. He slipped. Well, what was stopping everybody else from slipping?
It was the weather. That is hard weather to play in. Anybody who has played any type of sport whatsoever, if the ground's not right and there's too much moisture in there, it's going to mess you up. But I
You,
think they played decent football. Cleveland really surprised me. They played football like everybody's been expecting them to play for the past decade. They actually
well, they
came
got
back and they got on them.
they got the quote master now.
That would be
He come on. Jameis is Mister Stand up comedian slash motivator slash preacher. They love him. He's the king of sound bites right now.
the king of sound bites. Okay, we're gonna let that one go.
No, I'm serious. They are so happy to have him. He
Yes,
is he is a cloud of sunshine instead of just a cloud, which is what they had in quarterback before. Nobody wanted to root for the Browns. They didn't feel like it was right. Where now it's easy to root for them. They have all these great players. They have so many wonderful stories.
they've had great players. It's maybe just they didn't have the right leadership. They've
But
had great players.
Michael, what about the fans though? The commentators there, Michael's one of the announcers. He kept on commenting. The fans were totally. I mean, nobody left that game. So
Mhm.
that right there,
Yeah, they're so loyal. They're
they were
so
right.
loyal.
Yeah, even so that was
Yeah.
a big aspect that. But yeah, I think it was after the game the next day. That's I started hearing those same excuses. It's like they're evenly matched. It just that Cleveland came out ahead, and they were the home team, and I think they wanted to win. And I think the fan base there in the stadium, because that was a packed stadium with all that snow coming
In
down.
Oh,
that weather, yes.
and the energy.
Exactly.
They were so vibrant and happy, and some guys didn't have shirts on. It was crazy, right?
Nuts.
Nuts. Now they were some of them. They had insulation. We'll say that they had insulation.
Liquid insulation.
They had. I know I have insulation myself, which keeps me warm in the winter.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? You know,
Yeah.
more to love.
Rich, you got your
Yeah, I
numbers
got the
last
chart.
week?
Yeah, let me go ahead and bring that up. I have this. Let me go ahead.
We
And
did well, didn't we? Last week
Yes.
we did. We did.
Yeah, last week. This is the win loss.
Yeah.
And let me see. I had it, but
Problem is, Tony and I think a lot alike, so our picks aren't that much different.
no, they're very close. They're very close this time.
It's going to be hard for me to catch up to him because if you pick the same things, you know what I mean. If you're going the same speed, right?
right.
Yeah.
Well, I did a little bit better the last couple of weeks, and this week.
Are you bragging again?
No,
I think you are. I think you're putting salt in the wound here.
have not.
It is Tony's birthday, and look what you're doing.
We're in week 12, and
I'm going to start calling you Aaron. There we go.
But there we go. I started out at top for this week, winning. I think this is the only week I've won so far.
Whoa. Okay. All right.
Okay. And
All right.
And
If it's your first win.
yeah, this is my first win for the week now. Okay.
All right.
So this is just for week 12 for the folks that are watching. Okay.
Yeah.
This is week 12, and CBS came up there, had a good week. Michael, you came.
That might be my best week ever.
Well, the thing about you before the Monday night game.
I hate when you start a conversation like that. The thing about you, Michael. Go ahead.
No, last week you and me we were tied along with CBS, and it just said it came down to the Monday night game. Cincinnati lost, and who did Cincinnati play? I forget. Anyway, it came down to Monday night. I won Monday night. You didn't, and that put me, or else you would have been on top. It just came down. That's how close it was. Tony, he's still being respectable on his picks, 9-6 or 9-5. Brian was right up there. Ted, and then
Captain Rehab fell off the boat. Look he was the king for a while.
Yeah, well, for 2 weeks there. But overall, if we go to the overall for 166 games after week 11, Tony's still on top, but you're coming up close, and I'm coming up right behind you.
Holy crap! Look how close this is.
Yes.
Oh my God! So we're only 4 away now.
Yep.
From Tony. Thank you, Tony. I now have a reason to live.
And last week was a big win for me as far as it put me back. And I like what Tony says. As long as we're above CBS.
Yes, we got to beat CBS.
That's the challenge. That's the challenge for me. First of all, it's keeping a positive record. Then it's going up against the experts. That's the challenge for me. So if I'm doing this game while I'm above them, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, he's one of the experts.
You know what though? Let's look at what happened with Pittsburgh, right? And the Browns. Anybody can win any week.
Yes. The Browns had a team for a decade, and that's my whole thing. I've harped about this. They keep
you like them, don't you?
No, I like their roster. They've always had a good roster. For the past 5-10 years, they've had great rosters, and it was inexcusable that they were losing. To a lot of people, if another team had that same roster, they'd have been in the playoffs.
What happened to the Titans, you think, though?
I don't know yet. Mike Patton touring the AFC South. He will be the one to talk to about that. That's his division. He covers Titans very heavily. That would be his world. We need to catch him on Twitter.
I have one more question for you, buddy. Who are they going to fire next?
In the NFL?
No. You ready?
Yes.
The Jets. Who are they going to fire next? Well, we don't like the water boy. He didn't bring my water right.
They say
Well,
Aaron's firing everybody.
they say
well,
it's Aaron.
no.
They say Aaron's going next.
Yeah, I heard. No, he wants to go. He
I
wants
haven't heard that. I have not heard that.
I
No,
have not
there's
heard that.
something that came out that I apologize not having the article, but I
No,
did
you're
hear
fine. Go.
there was.
Just
I
don't
think
make it up.
no, it was on ESPN.
Mhm.
Okay.
As far as Aaron sort of gives the indication, he might possibly be benched for the rest of the season. I don't think he's in tech
That would
control.
not be smart. I will say that.
I'd be shocked if they benched him, but it would look good on him.
Game. He gets 200 yards a game.
Yeah,
They
that's
move
true.
The ball. They will lose a game, but they moving the ball. There are some connections, but he shows his frustration so much. That's what's pissing everybody off. If you ask me.
Okay, I got the article right
Yeah,
here.
please. Go ahead.
Because I ended up tweeting it, and this is it's via Fox Sports, via Aaron
Well, I
Rodgers.
can't trust that, buddy.
I don't want to hear it. Aaron
Come
Rodgers.
on.
Aaron Rodgers interested in playing. No, that's the audio. Aaron Rodgers interested in playing in 2025, but not with Jets. Reported. Rodgers could reportedly be placed
What
on.
the hell was that?
What was that?
I have PJ Hatchery, Carmen
that?
Hunter, or Buckley. It's a viewer just followed me on Twitch.
It's his Twitch sound effects. Twitch has sound effects. Big up to Rich. Rich, I don't
No,
know if you bother me. Go. You good? Kareem
Holy
Hunt.
shit.
Not Karen Hunter.
It
It's
sounded like
Kareem
someone
Hunt.
fell.
Hang on, Mike. It's Kareem Hunt or Bucky Irving? You
Bucky.
said Kareem Hunter. I got you covered.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
that noise, Tony and Michael. That's he followed me on Twitch, so thank you there, PJ.
Yeah, because for that, I'm going to tell you, Kareem Hunt did get the ball a little bit, but he didn't produce a lot. I don't know enough about Bucky Irving.
But he's hot right now, buddy.
Go for it, Mike. Go.
No, I would go with him.
Yeah,
he would be, if I had to bet my life, I would go with Bucky with those two.
Gotcha. My man says Bucky Irving. PJ, appreciate you coming through. Go ahead.
Thank you,
Mike.
PJ.
Rich.
But the Athletics, Diana Rosini reported Saturday that tension between Johnson and Aaron Rodgers have boiled over this season, which began with the Super Bowl aspirations.
Mhm.
Sources told the NFL Insider that Johnson has lost confidence in Rodgers' ability to end the Jets' 14-season playoff drought. And while no decisions have been made, Rodgers could be placed on injured reserves or possibly benched over the next few weeks. That's a quote.
Gotcha.
Okay.
We got Braden Powell comes through. Brady, how you doing? Start Aaron Jones or Sutton PPR?
They're both good choices. And Aaron's got a good matchup this week, but Sutton's honestly, that's a coin flip. I would go with what your heart is, but if it was me, I'd go with Aaron.
I'm gonna say Aaron early. I am. What you think, Rich?
I'm not sure about either one.
I don't even blame you because
I'm not that familiar with them. So you guys are more
both of their offenses. Anybody can get the ball.
I just watched a show on Aaron, how good he's doing this year. So
Yes.
I've just that might be my bias, but
Gotcha.
I've always liked Sutton. We both have liked Sutton. So
Yes.
okay.
So Braden, I'm gonna tell you go with Aaron Jones. Appreciate you coming through. Braden also asked Tua or Geno. Let me have this one.
Ooh.
Tua's doing good right now. We don't know when he's going to go down. Geno's been kind of up and down for the season. It looks like he's starting to get his vibe back. This is a strong toss-up for the numbers. I'm going to tell you Tua right now, but don't get mad if he gets hurt. Don't get mad if he gets hurt. We already know this about him. Go ahead, Joe.
Geno played the game of his life, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's hot right now. He's got momentum. If I'm like you, I'm leaning towards Tua, but I don't think he. Every time I disrespect Geno, guess what happens? He has a friggin' amazing game.
I would say, and we haven't gotten to the list yet on quarterbacks for the fantasy football, but I did a preview of them, and Tua's in the sit down as far as just not to spoil that stuff like that. So I would say that. Go ahead.
What do you mean, buddy? What explain?
Oh,
this.
with the list, the stardom and
okay.
Okay, Tua, they're going against New England, and both quarterbacks in the sit-em. I'm not sure why with Tua, but there's something there. So based on that, and then just what you said, Michael, Geno I would start Geno.
Yeah. For consistency, I would. Let's go ahead and get this ball rolling. Braden and PJ, thank you too for coming through. Where are we at here? Ladies and gentlemen, the league is set at NFL.com. All information is going to come from their website based on the information that they have, recommendations and suggestions for each position. And we are going to start with the quarterbacks. Start them in sittings for week 12 of 2024 season. Start them. Justin Herbert of the Chargers against the Ravens. That's a yes to me. Any
Oh
questions?
my God.
No. He had 24 points last.
He's on fire. He's
Yes.
on fire right now. He's great.
Yeah.
24 points? That's
24
insane.
points against
That's
Cincinnati.
insane. Honestly, for a quarterback, that's really good.
It is good. That's pretty good. You want those numbers from your quarterback, and especially going up against the Ravens, which I still have as my AFC pick for the Super Bowl. The Chargers are looking better than what Mike thought. Mike did not think they were going to do this.
Oh, I thought they were
understood
going
where you
to.
were coming from, but like I said, the numbers are showing us otherwise. Jaden Daniels of the Commanders against the Cowboys. This is an absolute yes.
Yeah. He is injured, though. You guys know that, right? He's got
I'm
rib
reading
problems.
I'm reading it as you're talking. Yes.
Is he okay?
Yeah.
He's active. I'm not okay. They might be looking at different. Not on injury report.
No, it's just common knowledge that was part of the reason that he was sluggish the last 2 weeks.
Right.
He
Well,
wasn't getting the same numbers.
Right. The game against Philly, he was able to crank out 14 points for fantasy football. He's projected to get 21.
Oh, he's going to rack up on this game. Sorry, he's going to rack up on this game. And for those who are listening, when you go to NFL.com and go to the fantasy, you want to see the recommendations that we have the information on the screen. For those who are watching, everything is up there while we go through our commentary. Bo Nix of the Broncos against the Raiders. This is Mike's pick for quarterback for this season. Mike, you got this one. Run it.
He's everybody's pick right now. He's the hot flavor. Someone said that he ran like Lawrence, and he was like, "What?" He goes, "No, I don't." And he goes, "Don't even put me in that same league. I am not remotely." And he said, "No, I'm not." And then someone said, "Well, what if we were to say that you had the abilities of Jackson?" He said that would be disrespectful to what he does. Nobody is a better runner. He says, "I am just me. I'm good at a few things. I'm not exceptional at anything. I'd like to think that I'm fairly bright. That's it. And I'm learning." But they are now trying to pigeonhole him into he's this kind of person. And he says, "I'm not. I'm just me."
There you go. What you got, Rich?
Last week, he had a fantastic game against Atlanta, 28.8 points fantasy football wise. So it's a definitely start.
I got nothing against them, and the Raiders are in shambles.
Yep.
That's a no-brainer to me. Matthew Stafford of the Rams against the Eagles. You have to.
Yeah.
The Rams have snuck up to be one of the more prominent teams in the NFC. I didn't have them getting this high this season, and they're doing it. And they're going up against the Eagles, who are just as good. Your thoughts, gentlemen?
He's been hurt as well. He's always hurt. He plays hurt. The one thing I do like, he's got Puka Nacua back. Cooper Kupp is pretty good. And then they've got 3 or 4 other half-decent targets. So they're looking okay. Their defense is not great. Go ahead, Rich.
Last week, he had 27.8 points against Atlanta, I believe. Let's see. What the hell is that? I would definitely start him. Yeah, it was. Or no, against New England. I'm sorry, against New England. Of course, Philly's going to give him a tougher game, I think, than New England. But he's projected 15 points. But
yes, Carmen, I am. Sorry, Rich. Yes, Carmen, I am. Thank you. Sorry about that.
Hi, Carmen. Thank you for being here.
Keep going, Rich. I'm sorry.
Rich, sorry.
I just say he's definitely a stardom and stuff like that. He's a top tier quarterback.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Carmen, yes, we are. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. Well, excuse me, X/Twitter, Twitch, and LinkedIn.
I just want to mention one thing. Probably the reason some people would be concerned about him. Philly has one of the best defensive cores in the league, and they will apply a pressure to him like nobody's business. We can go to the next one.
This is a fact. Carmen, I know, and thank you. If you need a streamer, there we go. Tua Tagovailoa. Stream him for quarterback if you need one against the Patriots. I'm going to say yes, but I am cautious of his health. Every time
Oh, every week on him.
yes, I am cautious, and that is my bias. That is my own personal bias against Tua Tagovailoa. He is a great quarterback, but I swear, the next hit he takes to where he stiffens up, locks up, or looks like something's wrong, I'm going to lose my shit. I do not want that man dead. I'm going to say it like that on purpose. Blame me, not the fellas. That one's on me. Drake May, they say keep your eyes on him against the Dolphins. I have no problem with this because he's having a pretty decent season by anybody's standards. The Dolphins aren't as good as we thought they were going to be because of, excuse me, the health situation of Tua Tagovailoa, and Lord knows we do not want to see that man hurt again. I'm going to harp on it. That's my only thing against Miami. If he gets hurt, I'm going ape shit, even though it's not going to be 100% their fault because every player we know wants to be on the field. Anybody who has ever played a sport wants to be on the field and does not want to sit on the bench. So I get it. Y'all don't. Boy, let me shut up. Tommy DeVito, the Giants. Yeah, Rich, go ahead and take this one.
Whoa. Okay. Can I
No,
just say something about May just for a moment?
You can go ahead with May. Go ahead.
Okay. May has been a surprise.
Yes,
Many people thought that he was just going to be an experiment, kind of like Anthony Richardson was. They saw potential, but didn't believe that he would be able to assimilate as well as he has.
Mhm.
And in many ways, he is doing better than Anthony Richardson.
Give me
And
a
the
second,
reason
Mike.
being is
Give me a
he's
second,
shown.
Mike. Bryce, Kittle or Goddard? I'm going to tell you Kittle off the rip. Goddard is good, but Kittle will get the numbers. I apologize, Mike. Go ahead. Rich, you got next.
Tony DeVito, they're sitting. Daniel Jones, there's no qualms about that. He's going to be, after this season, he's going to another team probably.
He's already been released from what I saw.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yes, we'll see that.
Just as
Do you know why they released him, guys?
The numbers, the record, other than
Money. Only about money. If
That's
he was
true.
to get injured this year, they had to pay him 22 million, somewhere
There you
between
go.
22 and 24 million.
That is the insider report, Mike. I appreciate it.
okay, that makes sense. And but he wants to leave. I don't think I think he's still a good quarterback. I think he's going to be one of these quarterbacks to watch the next team he goes on.
He didn't want to leave, bud. They forced his hand.
No,
they benched him. They benched him. That's what they did.
I think he saw the writing on the wall, though.
Right.
Yes,
And
the writing on the wall. Yes, I did see that. Yes,
But he has the potential to go somewhere else and do very well.
Yes.
He's not a horrible quarterback.
No, he's not. No,
He's in a horrible system.
Yes, exactly. Just like the Jets system there that Tony's told us. But
You know that Purdy's hurt, right? Everybody knows that Purdy's hurt. He would be a great backup for San Fran right now. And
Right.
San Fran, and in that system, he would do well. He'd be protected. He'd have time. He wouldn't have to do the big plays like he's been doing. There was a reason he was a number one pick. Go ahead.
There was a conversation a couple of days ago when he got released. I actually said I could see him going to Carolina, Vegas, the Jets.
Oh, Vegas is brilliant. Vegas would be perfect for him. That would be a good fit.
Vegas.
Titans.
I think I had Miami in there as well.
Yeah.
Titans don't need a quarterback. They need a system, but all these other teams.
No,
will be a quarterback.
He's not ready yet. He's not a horrible.
No, he's not horrible.
He's not a horrible. He just needs
Vegas
time.
would be great for him. I think Vegas would be great, but that's just me.
Too much pressure in Vegas.
But on Tony DeVito there, when I saw that,
I love this. Third string quarterback. He's the third string, and do you know why? Because he'll sell merch and he'll fill the stadium.
well, he's a local guy.
Yeah, they love him.
He lives across in Jersey. But I've changed my pick. I was going to go with Tampa Bay, but I changed my pick to the New York Giants because of DeVito, and I think this might give them a shot in the arm that the Giants might be able to steal one from Tampa Bay.
Rich, can I just give you a word of advice here as a friend? Mike Evans is coming back.
Nice. I like
this
that.
This week.
That's good news right there. That is good news.
And Otten has been on fire, which is one of their tight ends.
Yes.
They have enough targets now.
Right.
They have another guy named Palmer who's pretty good.
Right.
So they are not in a deficit anymore. They
So let me
may.
throw this out there based on what Mike just said. The Bucks are going to win, Rich. If they
I
do
think the Giants are going to win. I changed my
Well,
mind because
you
even
can.
though the Tampa may have those folks and stuff like that, I just want to make it official because once
Rich, do you drink the water in New York? That
Mike,
might.
let him talk. Go ahead, Rich.
I initially picked Tampa Bay when I did the picks here on my on the Let's Talk Football Wednesday night there, and there's Brian. Good morning.
Brian.
Oh, from Casbah, New Mexico.
We love
So
you, Brian.
I think Tampa Bay will they could win this, but this is going to be my upset game, and it's probably one or two games
Yes.
that I'm
Yes.
watching today in my my area because it's not one of the key games. I got three other key games, but well, I'll be able to watch the 4 o'clock game, the 49ers and Green Bay. That should be a good game.
Gotcha.
But the afternoon games, they're just like, okay, I'm going to watch the Giants. Hopefully they win because I did pick them. And then the other game, the afternoon game, is Dallas and Washington. So it's mostly the Northeast games that we're seeing up here in New York.
Yes. I'm going to you keeping the Giants as an upset pick. I would agree with that because of the Bucks get Mike Evans back and they got Otten doing good. Yeah, they're going to be on the roll. The Giants, they are a mess now. We just been
Brian, yes, G-Man. Brian picked the same too. I saw that.
Yeah, the Giants, I can't, but we're going to see how this one goes. And I'm just going to keep this rolling. But good information, gentlemen. Appreciate y'all for that. Siddums.
No.
Gino gets no. You know why? You know why? That Cardinals defense. You cannot.
Well, this is
their defense.
the second of the two good, the three games I think are going to be really good. This is going to be a pivotal game because this is a conference game, I believe.
Right.
So,
go ahead, Mike. What you got?
Go ahead, Mike.
No, I'm trying to be respectful. It's his birthday. So here's the thing. Aaron, right? Aaron Rodgers, to me, is not as good as Gino. Gino gets a tenth the respect that Aaron gets.
Right.
Gino would be a great choice for New York. Gino is not a has-been. He is still really elusive.
Mike,
go ahead.
He was a Jet.
No, I know, but wouldn't that be nice for him to come back?
No, I don't think he would do good in that system. No, he's best not staying away.
System's no good. Yeah, I agree with Rich because the Jets drafted him, Mike.
Yes,
the Jets were the ones that drafted him, and I picked him. I picked him his rookie season on my fantasy league, and also picked Jameis Winston in his rookie season on my fantasy league, and I also picked Sam Darnold in his rookie season in the fantasy league. And all of them are doing good as they left their primary franchise. The only one who should be good where he was Jameis Winston, in my opinion, because Evans and Godwin were there as well.
Have you heard a rumor that I've heard recently?
No.
The Seattle wants Trevor Lawrence.
What?
Yes. They want to ship Gino out. Trevor's young. He's probably got 10 years left.
Trevor is young. This is true.
And Gino's at the end of the reason I used Aaron as an example was Aaron's 40. There's a big difference between being 34 years old and 40. Right?
Yes.
So, especially if you're a professional athlete. But this has been the rumor that they're going to aggressively go for Justin.
Who?
So hear me out. Here's all the names that I've heard recently.
Mike, say this till the end. Say this till the end. You got your notes. You got your notes, right?
Yeah, I'll forget by then. I got a million.
Write them down.
Keep going. So Gino right now is on the trading block. I don't know if you guys know that.
We have not heard that. I have not heard that.
I heard that this week, and they want Justin Herbert or they want Trevor Lawrence.
Now that is interesting.
Okay.
San Diego a chance to get a number 1 draft pick. Down the line, Sam Darnold, sit him against the Bears. This is going to be because of their defense, and they'll slow them down. I kind of agree with this. Go ahead, gentlemen.
I'm going to go real quick. Minnesota's favored by 3.5. I think the Vikings, they're going to come down. This is another divisional, and Vikings are going to rule over the Bears. Last week, Donald, he had 20 23.5 points against Tennessee. So I don't think Chicago is any better than Tennessee. And I think Donald's going to have a bang-up day today.
That division, and Mike brought it to our attention a few weeks ago. That division is on fire. Big ups to the entire NFC South. Seriously. Go ahead, Mike.
Sam Darnold is shaky. He's not what he was at the beginning. It's like like our host here with the most, Tony D, has always said, they look at the film long enough, they start to know your secrets and your flaws.
Right.
They've got his number. They are starting to call him Sam Darnold of the past.
Mm-hmm.
They're worried. Nobody is seeking to try to get him. Don't forget, Minnesota doesn't want him in first quarterback position. They have a hot rookie, right?
Mm-hmm.
You remember the hot rookie they have, JJ?
He's hurt. So Sam
Right.
Darnold get until he gets healthy. But it's
Right.
working.
So he
Quite
is
frankly,
just
it's
a
working.
piece.
Yeah, it's working though. And I'm going to say that about the Vikings. Your draft pick is injured and down, but your backup, who has time in the league, that system is working, quite frankly.
Do you know why it's working though?
Why?
They have a great coach.
We got that. The system's working, period. The Jets had a great coach, great quarterback. System wasn't working. Big ups to the Vikings. Big ups to the
Okay,
Vikings.
look. You don't have to get violent with him. He's going to get off soon.
You're silly. You're a mess.
Okay.
Anthony Richardson of the Colts. They say sit him against the line. Yeah, go ahead and sit him. Yeah, go ahead and sit him.
This is one of the 3 games. I wish I had. This is going to be a good game, I think, between the Colts. And thank you again, whoever. I got another follower. I got another follower.
So people who need to understand Twitch, let me tell you something. Rich will show you how things work, and he will break them down during his broadcast.
That's Mac, who's in the chat right now. If you want to answer that, there, Tony. Chiefs defense versus Carolina or Washington.
That's a great question. McKay 19, thank you for coming through. That is a great question. Washington plays Dallas. We know Dallas is in shambles. The Chiefs are playing Carolina. We know Carolina's in shambles. That is a great question. Let me say Washington.
Yeah,
I'm going to say Washington.
I would agree.
I'm going
Good
to say
choice.
Washington.
Good choice.
Micaiah 19, thank you for coming through. We also got Calvo, Addison, or Jameson. I'm going to take Jameson Williams.
Addison has been showing, and I've been saying I'm a huge fan of Addison.
Yes.
But the problem with Addison is he doesn't always get the targets, but when they really need him, he seems to come up. One of the most gifted receivers out there. He has got hands, I think, as good as Flowers, honestly.
Yes. What am I? Oh Lord.
This is a great matchup, by the way.
It is.
This is going to be a great
my
game.
Apologies. This chat is rolling now. I appreciate it, Cam. Thank you for that, man. It was just a day, yeah, but I appreciate it. Thank you. Carmen.
I did not hear that. I'll have to check that out.
It's on Carmen, send him that link, please. Well, you don't have it on there. We can message each other on Twitter. If you get a chance, can you send it to him that way? It's on LinkedIn. I did see that story and I was reading it when you sent it to me. What else we got? Tucker Craft or Luke Schoonmaker in full PPR.
Oh, I don't do LinkedIn, Carmen.
No, I'll get it to you then. I'll send it to you.
Okay, no problem.
I'll send it to you.
I would go with Tucker Craft.
Yeah, I'm going to take
myself.
Craft. I'm going to take Craft.
Yeah.
Okay, appreciate you coming through on that one. Carolina pulls the biggest upset. Keep hope alive. It may happen, but keep hope alive. All right, let's keep rolling. I apologize.
Hey, listen. If the Browns can win, right? Anybody can win.
Carolina won in Germany. Remember?
Exactly.
Right? They're the hottest team in Germany. How can you go wrong?
All I'm saying is, okay, Anthony Richardson against the Lions. Listen,
we're back.
Anthony Richardson for being there, but the Lions are 9-1. I'm not going to be optimistic about the Colts this game. Jameis Winston of the Browns against the Steelers.
Hold up. He is the best weapon. He is the best weapon for them. He is the best weapon.
Sit back.
Are you going to put Falco in there? Instead of him, he'll be dead.
The Browns against the Steelers. If you did not see Thursday night's game, the Steelers were running that game. The Browns came back on the Steelers in snow. Outstanding
He was on
comeback.
fire.
Outstanding comeback.
He racked up 14.5 points.
I love him. He's great.
So by the numbers, you may
week
not see
prior,
what
he
you
racked
see.
up 26.
Yeah, but that was a pretty decent game as it winded down. Caleb Williams of the Bears sit him against the Vikings.
No, they
Go ahead,
can't.
Mike. Go ahead. I'm gonna give you this one. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
go
give you
ahead.
that.
Go ahead, Mike.
You gonna let me? Okay.
Are we gonna
Number-
let you? We ain't be able
Yeah.
to stop you. Go ahead.
Oh, come on. You got me on a governor. Go ahead. So Caleb is right now having to prove himself.
Yes,
He's
he is.
lost his confidence a little bit. They have nothing to lose. I know that a lot of people feel like Chicago is going to make the playoffs. If they have any chance of making the playoffs, they have to let him crash and burn or soar to the sky with success. He has got all the pieces he needs around him as well. Right now, I think he is inside his head. And if he can get outside his head and do well, he'll do phenomenal. Okay, go.
What you got, Rich?
This is like I said, a divisional game, and I would sit him. I think he's a pretty decent quarterback. Last week he ended up getting 16 points. Was that 16 points playing against Green Bay? So he
And
might.
they're solid. They're a solid team.
Green Bay is a solid team. That was in Green Bay. I still say Minnesota's going to win this game, but I would not. This is too important a game, and this is, like I said, one of 3 games that I wish I could watch along with Detroit. Well, I'll be watching this game at 4, but the Detroit and then Arizona and Seattle. Those are the 3 games. So this is one of 3 games.
Who did Tony pick for this? Do you know this game? Who'd you pick, Tony?
Probably Minnesota.
Tony picked. Everybody picked Minnesota.
Yeah.
I think this could be the upset.
No, except Brian. I'm sorry. Brian is the only one that picked Chicago.
Yeah, I think he might be right. I have a really strong feeling that they may come out and win, especially if the weather's bad.
You want me to change your Minnesota to Chicago?
No, I'm sticking with what I did, but I'm thinking that if they're ever, or if the spread is good, go with this. This might be a really good bet.
I understand that. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your quarterback recommendations. Week 12, 2024 season. Of course, NFL.com. We are going to go to running backs.
Running backs.
Great commentary, gentlemen. Great commentary.
We still have an hour, by the way.
Great comments, too. Great
You
comments.
still have an hour. You like to go when you're done. Stardom's running back recommendations.
That's a no-brainer there.
And Kareem Hunt against the Panthers. Yeah, I'm going to call that a no-brainer, honestly. Now, here's the kicker. Is Kareem Hunt going to get decent numbers?
No.
They'll be on the field. I tend to agree.
No.
He's in the game. They're giving him the ball. He hasn't gotten properly acclimated from what I'm seeing numbers-wise yet. I do agree with that, Mike. Now, Isaiah Pacheco's going to be the main man, but y'all better get ready for Kareem Hunt because when he breaks through, oh, my God. Go ahead.
The only way that Isaiah is not going to get all the targets is if he shows that he's soft or not completely healed, then you'll see Kareem. But what do you think there, a big guy in the back there who drinks the New York water?
Kareem Hunt, compared to the other individual here, Isaiah, he has 0 points. He hasn't anything on the board. So I think that
He was injured, bud.
Okay, so he may not get the touches and stuff, but that depends on Mahomes. So I would definitely start the first or the second one. I'm not sure about the first one, but then again, you look at the game matchup.
Let me tell you this: Kareem Hunt used to be there. Remember, I talked about him when he came back to the team. He's been there before. He's just not getting the ball. Just be ready.
Right.
You kind of want to have him on your watch list more than you want to have him on your bench.
Yeah.
Get ready. I hate to tell you.
He's great if you need 5 yards to get into the end zone.
He's great when he's when he's the starter. You better watch out. Honestly, updated Pacheco will not play Sunday. Andy Reid said Friday. There you go. So
there's Bucky. There's Bucky right there.
Yeah, don't worry about Isaiah Pacheco. Keep your eyes on Kareem Hunt. I'm not going to tell everybody to put him on their roster yet, but keep him on your watch list if you're in fantasy. Honestly, keep him on your see how it goes. Rashad White of the Bucks and Bucky Irvin of the Bucks against Giants. Now we just got asked about Bucky Irvin a minute ago, so I'm going to read this from YouTube. Go ahead, Rich. Take this one, please.
Go.
Last game, the Bucks finished.
Do you want me to go?
Sure.
I would start both these guys. They're going against the Giants. Giants are in shambles.
I tend to agree.
If you can trade for Bucky, get him now. He's going to do very well. If you have the ability to get him, and he's available in a lot of leagues right now, fantasy leagues, get Bucky. Bucky is about to blow up.
Gotcha.
I've heard that from many people. Go ahead.
Gotcha. We're at 19 sets of eyes. I want to thank everybody for coming through. Anybody on the Bucks, anybody against the Giants, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you take them week to week because I don't see much of a change on their win streak or lose streak that they are maintaining, and they are losing.
They're going to annihilate the Cowboys.
Yeah, Brian Robinson of the Commanders and Austin Eckler of the Commanders against the Cowboys. I got no brainer. Go ahead, Rich.
No, I was just saying on the previous one, Bucky there, he had 14 points against San Francisco. So the Giants are good. So he might get more points than he did last week.
Yeah, that's good. What you got, Mike?
Austin Eckler, for some reason this year, has looked really good at times.
You talked about this guy quite a bit.
Yeah, but he was considered a has-been because he's had so many injuries and surgeries. And
yes,
I think one of the main stars in the future is right here, Brian Robinson. I think you might even see people try to get him next year. That is how much confidence I have in his abilities. If these two guys can stay healthy, again, if you can trade for Brian Robinson, I would do that.
Brian Robinson had a good week last week against Philly with 13 points, and he's projected to get as many as that. And given who he's again matched up against, there against Dallas Cowboys. And where's this game at? Is this in Dallas?
I'm assuming it's at Dallas.
Okay, so
check that, please. I do not know. Check that, please. I got no debate on this one, honestly, myself. Tyrone Tracy Jr., the Giants against the
I've
Bucks.
been talking about him for 3 weeks now.
Go ahead and take this one, please. I don't know much on him. Go ahead.
He is explosive. He's elusive. He has insane speed. He's intelligent. He's on a subpar team.
Washington.
Things are going to get better for him in the future. As long as he can stay healthy, he is one of the main assets that they have. And you know what? It's going to be a fun game to watch. I'm telling you right now, having DeVito there, even the crowd, it's going to be fun. Here's another guy. If you can trade for him, I like him. I've liked him now for 3 weeks. Go.
I was just going to say the game. It's in Washington. Dallas is going to Washington. So
gotcha.
Whoever you have for picks for Washington, put him in because they're going to romp on Dallas. I think
they're going to romp on him too. Tyrone Tracy, keep your eyes on him. It's him and the wide receiver down there in Jacksonville, Brian Thomas Jr. I'm going to keep both of them on my watch list next season, specifically Rico Dowdell of the Cowboys. Let me tell you something. Put him on.
He's good.
Put him on your roster, yes. Even though they may lose, put him on. He will play. Now they'll stop him, but he is on that field. He is running. He is playing. I give him his credit regardless of his numbers. I would keep him on my roster. Go, gentlemen.
He is a solid asset for Dallas.
Yes, he is.
I wish Dallas would find a new quarterback fast.
Leave their quarterback alone.
You like their backup.
Wait till I finish. I can't wait till we finish. Write that down. I can't wait.
You like their back. You like Cooper.
Y'all are going to get off of Dak Prescott.
No, I'm not talking about Dak.
I got no problem with Cooper. I got no problem with Cooper.
You think Cooper is playing great? He looks horrible.
He's been there for a few years, and he is the backup that some of us look forward to. If I was a Cowboys fan, yes.
Yeah, I don't like him at all.
Listen, he will be there and he will play until the main man comes back healthy. I got nothing against Cooper. Honestly, Dallas's team is great. They're just losing. That's what's pissing everybody off. Rico Dowdell of the Cowboys against the Commanders. I want to tell you, yes, don't worry about the score. You want him on your roster in case he breaks out because he will. He's running the ball like Tony Pollard did before he got traded. Plain and simple. Sit him.
I don't know if I'd be sitting Hubbard.
Chuba Hubbard and Jonathan Brooks of the Panthers.
He's great.
Listen, here's where this comes from, Richard. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. I'm going to take this one.
Okay.
A couple of weeks ago on this broadcast, when we were I was reading the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
The Kansas City Chiefs have held the best running backs in the NFL to less than 50 yards this season alone. I think that's why they're sitting them. Chuba has gotten me numbers. I haven't seen much on Brooks. But if the Chiefs are stopping the main running backs.
Thank you, Carmen.
understand where they're coming from. Carmen, thank
Thanks,
you
Carmen.
for coming through.
Thanks for being here. We
I
appreciate you.
want you to enjoy your workout, enjoy your hike. You're out there getting your exercise. I know we talked about a couple years ago, and I'm seeing you doing your thing, lady. Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. Seriously, happy Sunday to
Have a
you.
wonderful Christmas season if we don't see you.
Congratulations. I see you, lady. Do your thing. Back to the
Do your
game. Back to the
thing.
game. I hate to sit Chuba, but you know what? I'm going to risk it. I will keep him on my roster in case he breaks through that 50-yard limit mark.
Yeah.
I would want him on my squad. Go ahead, gentlemen.
I would stick with Chuba. Chuba's great. You know he was insanely injured
A lot.
a lot, and he came back from injuries that people thought his career would be over
Yes.
forever.
Yes.
He is looking really, really solid this year, and his mindset is great, and he's a great kid. I've seen him in a couple of interviews. He's kind of like Tony D. He's very up, and he's a little feisty.
I'm very feisty. Here's the crazy part. You're going to hear about teams wanting players. I'll be surprised if somebody doesn't try to grab him off the Panthers.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, yeah.
I would
I
be
think that'd
surprised.
be stupid though. Didn't they just offer him more money?
Yeah, but who's going to stay? They get rid of every damn body else.
Oh God, I hope you're wrong.
I hope I'm wrong too, because Carolina needs to go ahead and max his contract if you want to keep him, because that's what it's going to take. I'll throw it out there, bump it. Nick Chubb of the Browns against the Steelers. He showed out Thursday night. He showed out
He
Thursday
did.
night. He showed out.
He did.
He is back healthy. He is running like they've been expecting. I got no debate against this. And it was a good game. Watch that game from Thursday night, ladies and gentlemen. If you get a chance, Javonte Williams and Audric Steme against the Raiders. Javonte Williams, I'm not dropping him. He saved my butt a couple of games this
You,
season.
you said that before, Tony. You said that before.
Oh, I love him.
But
He's
yes,
great. He is great.
he has
He's
saved
fun.
my
He's
roster. He
fun.
has saved my
No, but
team.
he's fun to watch too.
Listen, this is how good he has been, and I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out there.
Go for it.
There were times my best players were on the bench, and I probably would have lost if Javonte Williams wasn't on my roster this season.
Hmm.
The members of the league know exactly what I'm talking about. If it wasn't this league, it may have been another one, so I will apologize. But trust me, if you had a player bench that got points and it made you mad, he was the one that made up some of the points this season alone. Javonte Williams did do that. Chuba Hubbard did as well. I wouldn't drop either one of them. And even though they are playing the Raiders, let me tell you something. Get Javonte Williams. And if you don't have him this season, get ready for him next season to put him on your watch list. Jalen Warren of the Steelers against the Browns. You want him on your team, but he's not going to get numbers. I will tell you that myself. He was recommended on one of the other leagues that I was in about 2 seasons ago, and I've kept him on my watch list.
How
He's
did he do? I think he did okay.
Yeah, he does okay. He's not going to
No,
get.
no, I mean that game's been already played, buddy.
Yeah, that game's been played, but
He had 12 points.
Yeah,
12
he did
points.
okay.
He had one rushing touchdown, 3
Yeah.
receptions.
That's what I thought. I thought he had the only touchdown they had.
He is worth a draft pick in your fantasy league. I will tell you that. He is a great backup running back, and I hate to say it like a backup because Najee Harris is pretty much a primary. But he is a great backup running back on your roster. Keep your eyes on him. Great game the other night. The Browns and the Steelers, hell of a game. Honestly, this is the second time I've seen them have a monster game beyond expectation. It was a slugfest. Seriously. Alexander Madison, Zamir White, Amir Abdullah, the Raiders against the Broncos. We were just talking about. No, we were talking about Addison. My apologies. We were talking about Addison. Listen. You know what? Take this one, Mike, because you've been harping on the Broncos all season, and you've been right. Get this one. Go.
Madison's doubtful.
Thank you for that.
I would sit them all.
Here's what's crazy. Amir Abdullah used to be a real prime pick in the NFL.
Yeah,
And
I
think right now.
Broncos are stingy though, bud. Don't forget.
Yes. Keep going.
No, it's just that they held a great team. I think they're called the Chiefs to almost no points.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason that they can't contain Los Angeles here. So I think it's going to be a bit of a bloodbath. I don't see a lot of production or a lot of points in this game. Sorry.
I would disagree with that.
Just to give you
Go, Rich. Go ahead, Rich. Go ahead.
I was just going to say real quick, just checking the first two, they're only at 5% of possibly playing, so they're not going to be playing. So, and the third one, I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with him as far as, but he's a Raider going against Denver. I agree with Michael. sit them all.
Here's what's crazy. Let's read this. Madison and White are dealing with injuries. If both are ruled out this week, that will leave Abdullah in a
Okay, yeah, right there,
place
yeah.
of bye-week replacement option. They do sit up or avoid all of these running backs, like they said. Abdullah sees involvement in the passing game, pretends to rotate an offense that struggles to move the ball, let alone score points. Denver has allowed the sixth fewest rushing yards since week 7. Okay, let's do this. On this game, you all let me know how Amir Abdullah does. I'm going to put. I would risk him. I remember when he got drafted a few years ago. I had a coworker. He was checking him on the preseason.
You have a hunch. That's what
Well,
you're saying.
on the
You have a
preseason,
feeling.
his rookie
You have a
season-
feeling.
His rookie season, the preseason, he was a beast, and injuries have been killing him. Because Detroit drafted him, I believe. I'm going to keep a radar on him. I see you down there, Brian. Chicago's going to play. Yeah, I don't know about that crazy.
I wrote you down here, so for next week we'll talk about it and see how it went.
Gotcha.
Tony
And during the
D.
week, if I'm not on your broadcast, Mike, keep the info on Amir Abdullah during this game.
Yeah.
You know, every now and then you'll have a football conversation. That'll be a topic for you during the week. Appreciate it. And Rich, you can run on it as well, or anybody else that we get. Those are running back recommendations.
Yay!
24 season course, NFL.com. Gentlemen, thank you all. I know I'm hasty, but I'm just trying to get this wrapped up because I got to be done.
Go for it.
I got to be done in 40 minutes. I got to go pick Jason up.
I know you do.
Okay. Wide receivers, go for it.
Our receivers starter Malik Neighbors against the Bucks. Mike, I think you were the one talking about him a couple weeks ago. Were you not?
You have to start him.
Go.
You have to. He's the only other weapon they have besides Tracy. He's the only other weapon I think that they have that is explosive enough to get 2 or 3 touchdowns. I think he's one of the best players in the league. He's just on a subpar team.
Yeah.
Rich,
and that reflects on his fantasy points. He's barely averaging 5 points, and it comes back to the quarterback. He may get it, but they've got quarterback issues.
But they say, Rich, that DeVito will throw it to him, and
I'm just saying. I'd say if Gino or DeVito connects with him, like I said, I'm picking the Giants, and I'm hoping this guy connects for a couple touchdowns to win. As far as
breaking news, gentlemen, Jonathan Brooks just set to make the NFL debut today. He tore his ACL last summer.
Oh, good.
Head coach Dave Canella says Brooks absolutely will play versus Kansas City. Brooks is the guy we just talked about on Carolina. This is going to be his debut game.
Wow.
Yeah.
So my pick for this week as an underdog pick is Neighbors. So I wrote it down here.
Gotcha. I'm going to keep it rolling. Thank you, gentlemen. Updated. Neighbors' groin is questionable for Sunday's game. There's your spoiler alert right there. Groin questionable. Jawan Jennings of the 49ers against the Packers. We talked about him last week, did we not?
I love him.
Go.
Super underrated. One of the best receivers. I could see someone picking him up. He would do phenomenal with the Chiefs. He is just such a positive, wonderful human being. I would pick him any week when he's healthy.
Darnell Mooney, hamstring injury, not believed to be serious for the Falcons. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm watching.
No,
the news
read away. No, read away.
Go ahead.
No,
this is going to be a monster game. They don't have no Brandon Ayuk, and he's
No Debo. Debo's not been playing well. You know that.
So 49ers have a secondary offense built the same way the Cowboys did a couple of seasons ago. I think he should stay.
Yeah.
And Brock Purdy is questionable. He has a shoulder injury.
Go for it. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so on this game, there it is. Purdy shoulders. Oh boy, no Brock Purdy today. Now what would you do?
Oh, really?
I think their backup quarterback will still throw it to him.
And the backup quarterback is
Dobbins, isn't it? I think it is.
Who you got for the backup, Rich? San Francisco.
I'm just checking on Purdy. Yeah, he's out. Purdy is out.
So who's starting?
Let's see. That's a good question. Let's see. 49ers car was ruled out of the game. The Packers. Brandon Allen will be getting a start.
Brian, you're a shit.
Yeah, he is. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Check your feet.
You're funny though.
Jackson Smith.
Oh, I love him.
I'm starting him. I don't care. Big ups to Tim Brown, Simply Tim TV on Twitter. This is a player he harped on last season. I've been focused on watching his numbers ever since. I got no debate against this one, even against the Arizona Cardinals defense.
He is showing great signs of being really something special.
He is something
And his
special, honestly. He is something.
and his name is fun to say.
Rich, you good with this?
Yes, good. Yeah, start him.
Gotcha.
Absolutely.
Lad McConkey.
Oh, he's good,
Oh,
but isn't he injured?
Charges against the Ravens.
And
We can
let's
get
check.
on that now.
I think he
No,
has
we
a
do not
hamstring
have-
problem. I think he's
We
got a
don't have the
hamstring problem.
issue at all. Lad McConkey came up as one of the better wide receivers to pick up this
Yeah.
week.
80 questionable, 80% shoulder.
Yeah, it's a shoulder. He also had a hamstring problem too the other day.
You seem questionable with the shoulder there.
Did you know that there are people in the betting community that are absolutely to the point of wanting to sue the 49ers because they don't ever tell truthful injury reports?
Because you
Really?
mess up the game when you tell everything. They'll be all right. They don't know till game time. That's exactly what it is. I ain't falling for that. Charges against the Ravens. Let me tell y'all something. You better start everybody all hands on deck with this game.
Yeah.
This is a potential.
I think the Chargers have a chance of winning.
This is a potential AFC championship matchup, and I say
Mhm.
potential on purpose. Definitely a playoff matchup.
I'm definitely eating crow.
Who did you pick, Mike? Yeah, you picked Baltimore. Okay.
I'll take Baltimore. I know I
yeah.
did.
Yeah,
Myself,
but I think this could be an upset. I think I could lose here.
myself, Tina, Captain Rehab, and Ted picked the Chargers, and I'm picking the Chargers because they're rocking right now. They got a coach, and then didn't you say something, Michael? I remember, or was it you, Tony, that you got the two brothers meeting?
Yes.
Coach?
Yes, that's been on the news all week as well.
Yep.
All hands on deck for both teams, ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion.
Yeah.
DJ Moore of the Bears against the Vikings, I'm starting him regardless. Big ups to his energy, big ups to his enthusiasm, big ups to the way he plays football, even when he was in Carolina and he's up there at the Bears. He was the one that motivated Justin Fields when everybody was down, but they got rid of Justin Fields. He's still out there on the field. You want him as a team captain, in my opinion. Go ahead.
He's old. I have concerns about him and his health. I like him as a human being. If you have someone that you think is the same, the same ability, and Chicago is, people are calling them the dumpster fire. I hope that's not true. I had huge high hopes. If you were to listen to me at the beginning of the year, I was praising Chicago like nobody's business and saying horrible things about the Chargers. So
you were.
Yeah.
And no debate. Rich, what you think on this one?
He's subpar. He's like 3 or 4 points and stuff like that. You got a better receiver, I'd start him.
I would
especially
start
for this
somebody
game.
else.
Yeah.
Well, the numbers, I give you that, but he's on the field, and God forbid if he catches that ball and he's open.
Oh,
Yeah,
if he's
but
healthy, he's great.
His points for the last 4 or 5 games have been averaging
Yeah.
about 4 points, so he's getting a couple touches, but it's not monstrous.
Understood. I get that. George Pickens of the Steelers.
Love him.
Yeah, he's a beast. He's a beast on the field. There's no debate on
Love
this.
him. He's a bit of an ass though off the field. That's the problem with him.
Well, that's
He was a little bit upset.
Oh yeah, he almost got fined.
Yeah, I think he came close.
He might get fined. You know what? They might just send him a fine.
Yeah,
They do that, eh? Sometimes 2 weeks go by.
Yeah, he was fired up at the end of the game. I'm not even sure what happened. I saw that too. Sit him, Jalen. Jesus.
Brian, did you give DJ Moore a call the other day? Just to find out if he's
Stay on topic. Jalen Waddle.
I'm corresponding with the comments.
I'm gonna give
We
you
are
that too.
nothing without our people.
You're right.
Don't listen to him.
Only recommended to be sat because of the quarterback issue against the Patriots.
Very low on the points fantasy football.
Wide receivers.
I would not sit
against
him.
the
Sorry.
Patriots. I hate it, but you may have to sit him with quarterback issue. Now, if Tua is on the field, don't sit him.
No.
If Tua is on that field, do not sit him. I don't care what anybody says. I'm telling you.
His production though is low. It's like average.
Yeah, but he's explosive. He's one of those guys that he can just
at a play. But fantasy football wise, I wouldn't start.
Well, no, but New England blow. Sorry, they're not.
Okay, that's a good point. Okay, point.
They're
taken.
horrible. Like if they were playing the Steelers, I'd say yes.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's true. Miami could be explosive. Yep, good point.
Brian, you and Mike, I'm not doing this anyway. Jacoby Myers of the Raiders.
We're being respectful. Unlike you with the comments here.
Sit Jacoby Myers against the Broncos. I can't debate it right now. I I can't. Anybody who's a Raiders fan,
What do you like about him?
Jacoby, that was you. You the one that harped him up.
No, I want to know what you like about him.
I don't
I
know
know
much.
why. I know why I like him.
I haven't seen the Raiders play at all this season. I got nothing.
Oh
I
my
got
God,
nothing.
he is. I love this guy. He has got so much heart, and he loves football. You can
You
tell.
love
There's
more
certain
people than Flavor Flav. You know that. Keep going.
that I'm all about the love. I don't know if you know this. If anybody who doesn't know me, I have the spiritual side of football channel. If you ever want to come see me, I'm all about the love. Thank you. Go ahead.
You
He's
are,
all
Mike.
about the love of the
Yeah.
frequency and the pure hearts. Oh my God.
Vibration.
Yeah,
Vibration.
vibrations
There you go.
pause.
Yes.
Jordan Addison, we just talked about
I
him.
love him.
Yep.
See, there you go, spreading the love.
He makes production. He had 12 points against Tennessee last week.
Yeah.
So
He's
I don't think he'll
crazy
get any numbers against
talented.
the Bears. The Bears have a defense that slows you down the same way the Steelers do. So that's why they're recommending sit him, honestly.
They have been sluggish. They were on fire at the beginning of the year, Tony. I totally agree with you. But
Mhm.
the last few weeks, it's almost like people are hurt. They are not the same team. So
And
I
he
would
looks like
not. I would not sit him
he
at
looks
all.
like the lead actor in Snowfall. Jordan Addison, yo, I'm on your case about this picture. That's hilarious. You do look like old boy of Snowfall right now. Michael Pittman, you got to sit him against the Lions. Damn. Actually, you know what? Don't sit him. He may get numbers even though they may lose.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of him.
You should
very
be.
low production on fantasy points.
Yeah, he's good. He's not getting numbers, but he's good. Seriously.
He's,
Oh yeah, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
they're
All these
not
guys
throwing.
are
They're
good.
not throwing him the ball. That's the
That's
problem.
it. Comes down to touches. Exactly, Michael.
Exactly.
It's hard to.
Deontay
It's
Johnson,
hard to catch you when they don't throw it to you.
very much so. Deontay Johnson, the Ravens, they say sit him against Chargers. That's only because there are so many offensive weapons on the Ravens. Seriously.
True.
I would not sit him. They've already been talking about how they want to use him more. The actual team.
They do want to use him more, but Jesus, why would you take the ball out of the hands of Derrick Henry or Lamar Jackson?
Derrick Henry, especially. He's.
You know that they have to save those weapons. That they're already in the playoffs, and they
They're not
have
in the
to.
playoffs yet. They're not in
Oh
there
yes,
yet.
oh yes, they are. They're
Well,
so
you know
in
they're
the
going to
play.
be in there. They're working on home
Come
field
on.
advantage right now,
Come
in my
on.
opinion. They're working on home field advantage, but they're not going to get home field advantage. Kansas City will. Kansas City will. I hate to say it. You got to say he's not going to make any numbers. He's going to be on the field. He's not going to
I
make
totally disagree. I'm going
Ladies
to
and
write
gentlemen,
that
those are
down.
your wide receiver recommendations, week 12, 2024 season. Of course, NFL.com. Mike, I understand exactly where you're coming from. He's not going to get the ball enough to score a lot. He may be touchdown dependent at best. At best. And I do say that respectfully. I'm not calling you wrong.
Very low.
Oh,
Yes.
I love that. More love from Michael.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Tight end
We
recommendations.
talked about him.
No debate. No debate. None. Look at who they're playing. Stop it. No debate.
He's huge target. He's a huge target. That guy. He's
No
massive.
debate. None. Take K-Dot. TJ Hawkinson of the Vikings. Don't even argue. Just get him.
Just go with them.
Just
And
get
the
him.
same thing
Get him.
with
And I say that because he was good in Detroit. He will be good in Minnesota. I know about that Bears defense.
He's
He is
starting to
familiar.
look good again because he was hurt, right, for the
Yes.
longest time.
Yes. Yes. Start TJ Hawkinson hands down. Hunter Henry. You know what? We
I
are
like
going to
him.
be fans of Hunter Henry for no real reason whatsoever, ever, other than the fact that you could see and feel an enthusiasm behind him, and you know his potential is there. He just hasn't broke out yet. That is the truth on Hunter Henry. Anybody who has ever watched fantasy football the past couple of years, you know he's supposed to be up there. You're just waiting for it to happen. Am I wrong, anybody?
No, I've always liked him, but his numbers don't always gel. He
There you go.
just
What you think, Rich?
Well, I'm just looking at the stats between him and other tight ends, and again, the tight ends are not really a high. He's a good
we
tight
say this every week.
Yeah, every week, and I think it's continuing. It's been really consistent as far as with all the tight ends, as far as that goes this season. Stuff they're not really, but they're there in the clutch. That's one of their primary purposes.
He's there, and he could be there if need be. He just hasn't broken out. That's the truth. You kind of got to put him up there in the same category as Fryer-Month on the Steelers.
Yep.
When you need him, he'll be there. Will Disley of the Chargers. I got nothing on this guy. Who's got anything on him?
He's so good.
Go, Mike. Go.
He's so good. He's really steady. He's got great hands, and he's got good chemistry. With Herbert. So I think we're going to see a lot more of him in the future,
Mhm.
especially if they make it in the playoffs. He's one of those great big guys, that good target. He's a great blocker. Uh, he's just one of those unknown entities. Watch the film.
And he caught in week 11. He caught 4 of his 6 targets for 80 yards and a
Oh,
touchdown
nice.
in the 34-27 win over the Bengals in week 11. So,
80 yards of the touchdown. That means he's good.
Do you know who
yep.
he reminds me of? Laporta. He moves like Laporta. He's like,
Okay.
yeah.
So you want him on your squad. That's what's up. Will Disley, put him on the watch list. Janu Smith of the Dolphins, one of the veteran tight ends in the league, in my opinion. He doesn't get a lot of numbers, but he's on the field. He may be one of your more touchdown dependent tight ends for points, but he's out there playing. I kind of want him on my roster regardless. He won't be a first pick in fantasy football, but he'll definitely be somebody I would draft before the waiver wire is activated.
Hmm.
That is my opinion. Against the Patriots, I don't know about this matchup this week. I ain't gonna lie. I think I picked the Dolphins.
Let's
I think I
check.
picked the Dolphins.
I picked the Dolphins.
Yep, I think everybody's picked the Dolphins
Gotcha.
for this guy right here. Was it week 11? He caught 6 of his 8 targets for 101 yards, 2 touchdowns in the Dolphins' win over the Raiders.
Mhm.
So this guy could probably explode.
Yeah. Janu can explode.
He had 22 points last week against Las Vegas.
There you go. Janu can explode. There's your proof right there. Says
Thank you to the 8 souls on Twitter right now. Please, if you can, share this broadcast out. Please follow Tony D and especially Fireman Rich.
Appreciate
He
that.
will enrich your life in the morning and bring you a sense of peace. And he is one of
No,
those
you do that, Michael.
he's one of those historians. He has some. I don't know if you know this. The back job that Tony does is he digs ditches for
Pause.
those.
Pause. We're going to keep it going. Jatavian Sanders of the Panthers, if you need a streamer against the Chiefs. I don't know much about this guy.
No.
He's good.
Is he?
He's good. Yeah, he's just not great yet. He's good though.
Okay, good. Theo Johnson of the Giants. 6 targets, 2 straight games. Utility plays 80 to 90%. Yeah, he's on the field. Gotcha.
Is Tucker Kraft injured?
About to find out. Sit him.
I'll check that real quick.
Tucker Kraft against the 49ers. Last week was a rough one. He finished with no catches and 1 target, averaged 3.6 targets per game in the last 5. Kraft was getting by with big plays and touchdowns early in the season.
No, he's active, Michael. 99% chance of playing. No injury reports.
Yeah, see, I would not sit him, especially San Fran right now is horrible. Sorry, I like San Fran. I'm not a hater, but they're a mess. All their key pieces are hurt. Yes, folks, we have gratitude.
Then why did you pick San Francisco, Mike, in your picks?
I picked them. This I don't like this matchup.
All
I
right.
think San Fran has enough. Now,
Okay.
if Purdy's out,
Yeah.
if Purdy's out, then
I don't know. Do we want to make our changes? I'm just noticing that. I might change.
Yeah.
is Purdy out now for sure?
Yeah, he's out.
I'm changing to Green Bay.
Yeah, me too.
Go for it.
Okay, everybody's Green Bay. That's a last minute change here, folks.
I'm going to keep San Fran.
Is Jordan Love hurt?
That
Tony,
wouldn't matter. Malik Willis will do fine.
Yeah,
Tony,
you're right. You're right. They have
Green
a
Bay.
great backup.
I'm keeping it, Mike. Rich.
Green Bay.
Yeah, keeping it. Yeah.
Okay.
Pat Fryermuth of the Steelers against the Browns. Numbers wise is the only reason why you would sit him. He is on the field, and I watched him play that night. Check the numbers on the Thursday night game because this was the Thursday night game. Cole Kimmett of the Bears. I like this guy at tight end. Pause. He is a great tight end in the football field. Pause. Against the Vikings, yeah. I can't sit him.
No,
I can't.
we never sit him.
I can't. You're going to have a player that you like regardless of the numbers. He's one of the players that I like on the field and on the team. Cole Kimmett is all right with me. Rich, you good so far?
Yeah, I was just gonna say on Pat
Fryermuth.
Yeah, he only caught the ball 4 times. No, he only had like 5 points, 6 points against Cleveland last week.
And it's always in the narrative. There hasn't been enough production to trust them. That is
Production. Yeah,
that's
there we
all
go.
it is.
But that's tight ends, right?
Yeah,
Well, that's him on that team. He's on the field. He just doesn't get numbers.
he does it. Yeah,
He's on the field. He just does not get numbers like that.
Yeah.
He may be blocking or he's helping out. So he's not getting the ball and running it. Cole Kemet, like I said, I recommend him even against
Yeah,
the
I'd sit Dalton. There's just too many other targets right now. He's
This
good though.
as
He
well.
he's productive. He gets 3 or 4 catches. When they're in a bind and they really need a third down, say in 5, he's phenomenal. But I don't know Colby. Anybody know?
Let me get on Dalton Schultz. I can't sit him even against the Titans. I wouldn't sit him.
I'm gonna sit him.
Me and Brian know about Dalton Schultz when he was with the Cowboys. We won't sit him, period, unless he's hurt.
Yeah, I'm gonna send him just with that matchup.
Gotcha. Colby Parkinson of the Rams.
I don't know enough to give an opinion. Sorry.
I was going to put Jay, but he suffered a concussion. It's likely to play this week, according to head coach Mike McCarthy. Instead, I will say do not chase the points. So last week with Parkinson, he caught a 19-yard touchdown pass, but that was his only target in the last 3 games. There you go. He has 5 targets in the last 5 games. With the big dogs and
Brian,
back for the Rams, there is not enough volume. There it is.
Brian, why do you like Cole Kmet? Just put it in the comments here. I'm curious.
We talked about him last season.
Oh no, I like him. I like him this season.
We talked about him last season, so he's just on the radar, pretty much, if you will.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
how are we doing for time? We got
week 12,
15 minutes.
NFL.com. We're getting ready to go to kickers. By now, ladies and gentlemen, when you go through all the teams, the positions, and we break down how the teams are doing, even the games, you should know which kicker and or which defense you would want for your squad. And if you watch your favorite team, you know who they're up against. You'll know who get the numbers and all of this and all of that. All of these numbers come into play by this point. Stardom, Kaimi Fairbairn, Chris Boswell, and Jake Bates.
Jake Bates, he's my guy.
Yes, Fairbairn is mine this season. Fairbairn is mine. I'm running with that Texas offense.
Is that because he's from New York or something? Because I thought you only cheered for people from New York, buddy.
No, he played on the Michigan Panthers and the USFL, and he was one of my prime people. I kept track.
Oh, I remember that story. Okay, you're right. Yeah.
He can kick it. He can kick a 60, 65-yard field goal.
Kick it real good.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bobby Shadow's in the house.
Bro.
What's
And
up?
last week, Michael, against Jacksonville, he had 12 points as a kicker.
Gotcha. Appreciate you coming through, Bobby.
Bobby
Start
Shadow.
these kickers against their respective opponents. We're also going to start Chase McLaughlin, Jake Moody, Brandon Aubrey, Jason Sanders, and Jason Myers, as well as Justin Tucker and
Justin Tucker. They're talking about him maybe retiring. Did you know that?
He missed a couple of kicks last week. I think that would be coming. I think that was him that missed a couple of kicks in the game, which blew my mind.
Did you know he got incredibly disrespected by his own teammates?
Because he missed those kicks.
You got it.
He missed those kicks. Matt Gay, Zane Gonzalez, all of these kickers you should start, ladies and gentlemen. Sit them. Spencer Schrader of the Chiefs, I wouldn't. Well, he probably won't be on the field. Daniel Carson, Brandon McManus, Will Lutz, Cairo Santos, Nick Folk, Joey Sly, Joshua Carty, Dustin Hopkins, John Romo.
I would not sit John, only because that's going to be a kicking game. That is going to be a kicking game, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Check your teams, check your rosters.
Yeah.
Those are your kicker recommendations. Week 12, 2024 season goes to NFL.com. We are already getting ready to go to the defenses.
Okay.
Defenses. Start them. Commanders defense against the Cowboys. I'm sorry, gentlemen. No brainer. Vikings defense against the Bears. You have to. I'm sorry, Rich. What were you going to say?
No, I just say no brainer. I'm just agreeing.
Gotcha. Start the Vikings defense against the Bears. You're going to need to. You're going to need to. Mainly, don't even get me started. The Broncos against the Raiders. That is an absolute yes. Absolute yes. The Houston Texans against the Titans. Absolutely. Brian would be all over that if he was here. He would be. Mike Patton would as well. Shout out to Tor in the AFC South. Check him out, ladies and gentlemen. Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the Giants. Absolute. Don't even question me right now. Sorry. No. Sit them. The Chargers defense against the Ravens. I wouldn't.
No, this is too important a game. No.
I wouldn't. That's an even matchup in my opinion. It truly is an even matchup. The
Green Bay and San Francisco, that's another one.
I
Wow.
would not sit the Green Bay Packers defense. We
What
just
are they
found out
basing this off of?
numbers.
Oh, okay.
Numbers. The
So
Packers,
do we have a quick moment here, and I'll fly through this. So they're saying in the next couple of weeks, Cleveland Browns are always a good fantasy defense to go with.
yeah,
Philadelphia Eagles, Minnesota Vikings, Denver Broncos, uh, Baltimore Ravens, depending on who they play, Detroit Lions, who are unbelievable, and of course, a team called Houston Texans. Those are your top picks if you're ever looking for safe bets.
nice. I appreciate that. Green Bay defense against the 49ers, I would.
I wouldn't.
No Brock Purdy, even with Christian McCaffrey back, yes. The Rams defense against the Eagles,
Look at they got the second, and then the opposite, the next selection sort of
Yeah.
cancels out. So
yeah. So they don't want you to pick either one of these defenses. I can't lie. I would. I think this is going to be a fight.
I think Philly was.
this could be a fourth good game. Now that you say that, Tony,
Can I
I
be
think
honest with everybody? Within the past 10 years, the both of them have been Super Bowl champions. This is a fight.
yeah.
This is a fight. The past 10 years.
Philly's favored by 3 points.
Thank you for that. Seattle Seahawks against the Cardinals.
That's going to be a great game.
I
That
don't
is.
think, you know what? That's some numbers. It's going
And
to be
that's,
a decent
that's,
match, but
that's
that's a
favored. Arizona's favored by 1 point, so that's a very
That's
close.
nothing. That's
Yeah.
nothing.
yeah,
Come
that's a
on.
little tight game. This is going to be
That's
a tight
1
game.
point. Come
Yeah,
on.
that's just one of the
That's
games.
I think they call that close, buddy.
Very close.
Ladies and gentlemen, those are your defensive recommendations. Week 12, 2024 season close, NFL.com. We are done. And now, ladies and gentlemen, since Rich has covered his numbers, I've
Go ahead,
gone through my whole scenario. Mike has 10 minutes. If you don't hurry the hell up and get to the point. I want to thank everybody.
No,
for being
I want some
Bring it up,
free
Mike.
flowing.
Bring it up.
I
Come
want
on,
some.
come
I want
on.
some free flowing conversation here
We're going
between some very intelligent human beings. So first off, the person I want to talk to is Tony. Tony,
Yes.
do you think this time next year, Jameis Winston will still be the head quarterback?
That's good.
Who was their quarterback originally this season?
Wasn't it?
No,
No.
it was
Deshaun?
Deshaun Watson.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that.
Deshaun, in my opinion, I'm not being statistical professional, but in my opinion, he's dealing with personal shit.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for Jameis Winston supporting him when he got benched, backing him up, and never disrespecting him. Jameis Winston has been wild since college, but I love his enthusiasm, support, and he shows a lot of. I hear more of team with him than self and degradation of others. I haven't heard him talk negative about a team, and somebody could check me on that. Once again, I drafted him his rookie season. I thought he would have been to the Super Bowl with Tampa Bay. And look at what he did with Cleveland Thursday night. That doesn't necessarily normally happen with him. And he's big with touchdowns and interceptions being the same way Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers was. So I think he'll still be there unless somebody picks him up to be a starter. I don't know why New Orleans drafted him except for the fact that it wasn't working. But I have no problem with him as a quarterback, just with the interceptions. That would be my answer.
Brian agrees with you with the off the field antics.
Okay, I have another question for you.
Yes.
Jared Goff, is he going to be in the Super Bowl this year?
Yes. In my opinion, yes. Lions, Ravens, Super Bowl. Preseason pick. I'm sticking with it. Everything is in place for it to happen.
I'm picking Detroit and Buffalo.
Gotcha.
Okay. What is the likelihood that Josh Allen will stay healthy enough to make it to the Super Bowl?
100%, in my opinion.
Given that one run where he ran 23 yards for a touchdown against Kansas City, and there was 5 Kansas City guys that were on him, I think he's pretty healthy. I think he's taking some hits unless he gets I don't think there's anybody could really take him out. I think he's. They're looking at him as an MVP now, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's just and the thing is, it could be any game that he could take a hit that could knock him out and stuff like that. But I think he's going to stay healthy.
Is there any chance that Patrick Mahomes will get hurt and the three-peat will not happen?
No. He'll play hurt before he sits down.
Oh, he has a history of playing hurt, but
He has a history.
I really doubt that Kansas City's going to
and being in the Super Bowl hurt.
I think they're going to be taking it.
Can we? Thank you. You're ahead of it. Okay. I don't know how well you guys can see this. Do you want me to read this to you so you can see it?
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. So, currently we have Gardner Minshew at 24. At 23 we have Bryce Young. 22 Will Levis. Brandon Allen 21.
Right.
Cooper Rush. Caleb Williams at 19. Matthew
Cooper
Stafford.
Rush at number 20 is good. I apologize. Cooper
No,
Rush
go ahead. Go ahead. That's why it's here. Talk.
That is good. That is good. And I can't believe they got Tommy DeVito above him with Cooper
17. See?
Wow.
But
Cooper Rush's history, he should be higher than Tommy DeVito.
CJ Stroud is only at 16. What? Okay.
He's kind of on the decline right now compared to
Drake May. Now this is fantasy football, by the way.
Okay. I was going to say I don't see Josh Allen up there as far as
Drake May is at 15. Very respectful here. Anthony Richardson, because of his explosive play on both sides, has the ability. Jordan Love has been a bit shaky this year for him. Sam Darnold still at 12. Jared Goff at 11.
2 out of 10.
Tula, let's talk about Tula for a second. Go ahead there.
Tagovailoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, how do you feel about him continuing, and do you think he has a chance to win a Super Bowl? A playoff game, postseason game.
Yes. As long as he stays healthy, yes.
Okay. Geno Smith at 9 after last week.
Congratulations to Geno Smith for being top 10.
Yes. A guy named Patrick Mahomes at 8. And
that blows my mind. He is at number 8 with previous Super Bowls. Not one, not two, multiple.
Mm-hmm. Again,
appearances and victories. He's on Tom Brady's path right now. His ass should be higher.
We are right now looking at ESPN. Okay,
that's fine. That's fine.
All right. So because they're different on each. Bo Nix, number 7, and a guy that I love, Baker Mayfield, number 6. And I do love
Mayfield. You do love Baker Mayfield. This is true.
Yes.
He's showing and proving. We will not deny him, Mike. He is showing and he is proven, honestly.
Yes.
My question is, why isn't Josh Allen on there? I mean, he had 25 points against Kansas.
I was waiting on that from you, Rich. I was waiting.
Oh, man, that's a disrespect right there.
I agree.
That's outright disrespect right there for ESPN. What the hell? I can't believe that. He's not anywhere on that list.
Yeah, you know what? There's some kind of hatred here.
You know what's crazy, Mike?
He had 25 points against Kansas City.
Go, Rich.
He's averaging 20 points every single game.
I wonder if it's a mistake.
No, he should be there.
He should be up there. Oh my God, that's ridiculous.
He should be on that list.
Yeah, Kyler Murray at 4, Jaden Daniels, and who has been talking about Philly for the last 3 weeks?
Not you.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts, and a guy named Lamar Jackson. You've ever heard of him?
That's a garbage. I'm calling that a garbage listing right there from ESPN.
Oh, I'm telling you, it makes me want to drink that New York water.
That's good.
Pause.
Well, I'll tell you, they got it together when you've got DeVito on here. You know,
but there's no Josh Allen.
That's got to be a mistake. Oh, you know why? You know why, guys? It's a bye week. It's a bye week.
Oh, okay. I take it all back.
It's a bye week.
I'm sorry, Michael. You're right. You are absolutely
weekly recommendations or
weekly
season.
Oh, see, ESPN.
Okay, ESPN.
We're so sorry.
I'm sorry. I'll go.
We are just nasty people.
I mean,
Rich, he set you up. He didn't tell us what this is for the whole season. Just for the
I saw week 12 though. I saw it though. I know how.
He set you up. He set you up. That's for the week, not for the
That's a
season.
good
He
one.
set you up.
Okay, I apologize.
Ladies and
ESPN.
gentlemen, this is why Mike ain't shit. Let's keep going.
We got 4 minutes, so why don't we just talk some light stuff for a minute? Of the games this week, which one do you think that you're most excited about?
Let me look at them now that you bring it up. From
I
what I've
have,
seen so far, I'm going to say
I
Ravens Chargers. I'm going
I
to say
have,
Ravens Chargers right now.
I
yeah,
like the Chargers matchup with Baltimore. That's what you just said, right?
yeah.
And I also, believe it or not, want to see Washington against Dallas. I think that will be fun to watch. I also think the Chicago game against Minnesota will be fun. What do you guys think about that matchup?
Which one was that, Mike?
So we've got Minnesota against Chicago, the Vikings against the Bears.
Let me go with Eagles and Rams second.
Really? You
I
like
have
that game, eh?
Ravens Chargers is going to be a monster. Eagles Rams, I think that's going to be a pretty good matchup. Seattle and Arizona, that's going to be tough. I don't know how
That,
many
that's
points are going to be
that's
scored.
the one game I think it's got my interest. I have four of them, but the only other game that would come equal would be the Baltimore Charger game because that's just brother against brother, and they're two
Yeah,
good teams.
two
Chargers
good
are
teams. Two
they're
good
not
teams. I agree.
I personally want to see the 17th best fantasy football quarterback Tommy DeVito against Baker Mayfield. I think that will
Yeah,
be
that could be interesting too. Now that you put it that way, Michael. Yes.
It's a hell of a point, Mike.
he
Too.
loves throwing the big long bombs. There's
Yeah.
going to be some interceptions.
Mhm.
He's going to spend a great deal of the game on his ass, which we
That's it.
know.
Yeah, and that's in New York.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
Tampa
Okay,
Bay's Tampa Bay's favored 5.5 points.
Yeah, put me down for
we,
Ravens Chargers and then Eagles Rams for the week.
Hmm.
And
we got 2
that'll
minutes.
be a topic during the week when you talk about the games or whatever. I know a lot of times you want to have some new type of content or whatever. If I don't come back up, cover those during the week, and that'll be excellent, in my opinion, to both of you. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Happy birthday, Tony. For those who
Appreciate
don't
it.
know,
Yeah.
thank you, buddy. We appreciate all that you do each and every week.
Mm.
Thank you for coming up with this idea. Thank you for letting us have a platform where we can set up Fireman Rich every week. We
Oh,
love it.
Listen,
this is a ball. I
and
look forward
to
to
the
this.
people who are watching on your channels, to both of you, I do kind of want to apologize for cutting y'all off and telling y'all to hurry up, but I try to keep it within the time frame, and I also try to set it up before the other broadcasters come, as well as other things we have during the day. So I thank the both of you for the enthusiasm of wanting to be here over the past season and a half, almost 2 seasons.
3 seasons. This is our third
It's 3
season.
seasons. Yeah, it's third season for you, but the second one for him.
Oh
You know?
yeah.
So honestly, everybody in the league, Brian, I know you out and about. Appreciate you too, bro, because you
There
supposed
we
to be
go.
a co-host, and this spot's always saved. Ted, Smoke, JoJo, Glick, Cam, Golf Hawk, Pace, Rehab, Nancy was here. Everybody, 33 sets of eyes right now. We peaked out at 70 with Mike one time this season. Everybody who has ever watched, anybody who has ever been there, everybody who catches me on the replay, I thank each and every last one of y'all for real, because this is just me taking a shot in the dark, and it's working. I've always told people when we live stream, I didn't really want to do a lot of things myself. I wanted my people there who have been there with me since day one. Mike's been one of them. Me and Richard, the broadcast on the same channel, we would just say hi. Look at us now, almost 4 years later, broadcasting together and enjoying ourselves.
Now together, it's great.
I miss the Haps community. This is the Haps community. All you periscopers and blabbers and everywhere else, if you can't roll together this hard when you're doing something online, you ain't rolling right. And this is what I emphasize and push. Thank you all for the birthday shout outs. Rich did Rich did a little thing for me yesterday with the music, and I loved it. Rich,
It's not even my genre.
Rich tripped me out. Mike Little gave me a little shout out. A lot of people, you'll see it. For those of y'all on my Facebook, you saw how crazy my Facebook was going.
I sang to you on
Yeah,
my
you
broadcast.
did. I saw that on the replay. You did sing, Michael. Yes, you
Yes.
did.
I
So-
sang. I would gladly do it with Fireman Rich right here
Oh,
again.
thank you, Michael, because I watched your replay yesterday, and
Yeah.
because of that, I had it in my mind. And then later that afternoon, I came across some songs. I think I'm going to put these up for
Yeah.
happy birthday and stuff. So,
Yeah.
so
Well,
thank you for reminding me.
he has been such a big part of my life for the last 4 years. And
Who?
I'm telling you,
Me?
the
Oh,
last,
yeah.
yeah, you've been a huge part of my life, especially at Haps. We used to drive each other right around the
Oh
fucking bend.
God.
Dude, we were nuts on Haps. They couldn't hang with us. We was nuts on Haps. Jake Ferguson is out. Check your rosters. Jake Ferguson is out.
Oh.
Oh,
Check your
okay.
rosters. Check your rosters. Check your rosters. I'm swapping him for Parkinson. Appreciate the alerts. Appreciate the alerts. Sorry about that. Go ahead and finish talking, gentlemen. My apologies.
Um, you need to get going though. You need to get your guy.
I do need
Oh
to
yeah.
get going. I gotta pick him up. We're
Yeah.
gonna go get some breakfast and all that.
Yep.
Gentlemen, thank you all. 33 sets, 35 sets of eyes right now. Brian, thank you for being here. Bobby Shadow, thank you for swinging through.
Brian, thank you
Carmen,
for the
thank you for
gratitude.
swinging through. Who else was here? Cam, appreciate you and thank you for the happy birthday shout out.
Yes.
Makaya 19, thank you for coming through. Calvo, thank you for coming through.
First time chatter, PJ Hatcher and Makaya
Makaya
19.
19, Bryce came
Yeah.
through. Braden Powell came through. DJ
Calvo.
with your alerts, and appreciate Rich for the sound effects off of Twitch. If you don't know Twitch, you got to work on Twitch. We got to work
I
on Twitch.
do not like that sound effect.
No, that's if I get a follower. That's a follower.
You
That's
need to
not,
get a new sound effect. That's I
not
just
mine.
about
That's coming from
I
Twitch.
I just about shit my pants. Go
That's
ahead.
Twitch.
We may come on later on tonight, gentlemen. Everybody check your rosters, get
All
up
right.
with your teams, watch
Thank
your
you,
games,
Carmen.
come with the input. Thank you all.